Morning, everybody, and it's a beautiful autumnally morning today in Sale in Manchester. And today I'm looking at footwork, and I feel footwork is one of the most misunderstood Pilates exercise there is. So firstly, the shoes that we wear today aren't practical and don't develop the body optimally. So if you know anything about Vibram 5 fingers, I do recommend those shoes because they get a better connection to the earth. Now you can see my client here is wearing toe socks, and I encourage the toe socks because they spread the toes. So I'm going to put this block against the client so she can really press her feet and spread her toes, and she should feel even weight against those feet. Now then, footwork, as I said, is misunderstood. So I'm going to bring the camera close, and I've taped up the client here so you can say. So I'm going to say thank you again to my clients because they are really wonderful in letting me promote the studio and also my teacher training. So I've taped up the client here in what's called the dermatones or the infant development. So it's the striation or the spiral. So we should always get an external rotation from the hip to the knee, an internal rotation from the knee to the talus and the ankle, and then we want the weight even through the tripod of the feet. So it's external. Now then, a lot of us won't follow that pattern, so I'm just going to let Anne push out and in your own time, Anne. So off you go. Inhale to prepare, exhale to push to go out. So we're doing the essential breath. That's it, and she's squeezing the insides of the thighs together and keep coming back in and go in your own time, Anne. Now, again, you see it's very misleading with this exercise, but when the heels are on the foot bar, we're getting more activation through the back of the body, particularly hamstrings and glutes, also firing into the lats. And by taping the client up, I can really get this external there, internal here, and the pressure down through the feet. Now then, what happens if you've got something going on in the body? So we always talk about muscles and fascia, and we talk about bones being condensed fascia. But if we have got something which is called a tibial torsion, the spiral won't be the same. So I'm going to let Anne do one more. And I'm going to come back in, and I'm now going to take the feet straight out into second position. So take the feet to go right on the edge there, Anne. That's it. Let the thighs drop out, and off you go. Now then, that's it. Off you go. Now the benefits I feel of the footwork, it's a very, very good development for focusing our intention and attention on the spirals of the lower limb. If you've got any hip imbalance or hip instability, particularly with my professional football players, this is a great thing to work on equilibrium on both sides. And also because of the variety of the positions that we place the femur head in, we place it in parallel, medial and lateral, it becomes functional for gait. So remember, when you're going through your gait pattern in life, the femur will naturally go through all those things. That's it. Just a few more on. That's it. Good. And come in. Good. And I'm going to do my last one, which is medial rotation. Big toes together. Now the knees stay tight together till they split at the last moment. Off you go. Exhale to push to go out, 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 straighten, and inhale to come back in. And I want you to keep going till you've done 10 on. Now, the only downside I'd say for football, and it's just taken about an hour and 15 minutes to get here today in the traffic. If the client is feeling too tight and too facilitated after sitting in flexion, I would reduce the springs. So I've not put her on too heavy. I've put her on 3 red springs today, not 4. I can even drop it down so that I've got more hamstring connection. The beautiful thing is today I'm only training her again with the heels on the foot bar, so there's more focus on the back line and she's not firing into her hips. So that's my top tip today for Pilates footwork. If you're interested in starting in either my St Helens or Manchester studio, drop me a call, drop me an email. And if you're interested in my teacher training, get in touch with myself or Chris Onslow from Mbodies on the details below, and we can get you booked on. I run a 2-year apprenticeship, which is in-house here, and this helps you really develop your teaching to be an outstanding teacher. Because if you want to teach properly, you need the experience as well and the hands-on with working with real people. Have a fabulous day.